live and in action. Welcome everybody to Radio Play Podcast, episode 9223.
I can't believe they've been with us this long. Thanks.
Not really, but
Yeah.
we're
Thanks to
manifesting.
those loyal viewers.
We're putting it out there. We're manifesting our future, as a podcast,
Yeah.
as ladies of the limelight.
Hey, we got to get famous somehow. So consistency. Yeah. 9,000 episodes, and we should be there by then. Yeah.
We're actually in a race to beat Ellen, you know? What show is that? Well, I don't even know that show. Now,
Who?
Radio Play, those girls, I'll tell
You
you.
Radio Play? The funniest women on TV? Oh, you mean Rachel and Leah? Yeah, from Radio Play.
You and I can do this the entire episode. Like, we could just go back and forth.
I know. Just people signing off, like, no thanks. I've had it.
The
But
best part,
it's been a while.
it has been a while. It has been a while, but it's okay, because this is the reality of life and podcasting. As much as I can sit here and tell you, we are going to do this every week. Yeah, we can do it every week once, things are a little different. But in the real deep down world of podcasting, shit happens, guys.
Yeah. I mean, last night we were talking and it was like, wait a minute. Every time we talk, there could be gold here. So let's save it. Let's save it for the viewers, for the listeners. Yeah.
Well,
So
the reality for everyone that's out there listening, the reality of this episode, guys, is that Rachel and I are catching up. That's it. We literally
basically,
got on the phone yesterday and we were like, it's been a minute. There's a lot to talk about. So why don't we just document it? And it's an episode. So you guys are going to be part of this journey with us. So today's
Yeah.
episode is catching up with Rachel and Leah.
Catching up. Yeah. I mean,
So-
there's so much happening that's most of it's boring, but some
Listen,
of it is interesting.
There's a lot going on. Let's start with the fact that we'll just throw two little nuggets out there. One, you have started a new job, so you have been going nuts, getting yourself together with your schedule and acclimating to your new role, which is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
I have been battling it out like Xena Warrior Princess with the Rona. I
No
am still-
joke.
I'm alive. I'm doing it. I am winning this battle.
Thank God. Tell us about what's going on. Like, what was that like?
So let's talk a little bit about that, because I'm sure a lot of our listeners, that have not had it yet, are probably wondering what it's like. So for one, thought that I was going to be one of those people that was like, I've made it. I didn't get it, but it got me. And that's the reality that, it's out there and it can get you. And we have to be careful. And, I have been extremely careful. Like, I can't tell you, like, double masking. I am that girl that wears the gloves when I go to the supermarket. I put on my gloves at the gas station. I look like Doc in freaking Back to the Future. You know what I mean? But like, it's no joke. But I also have been very realistic with the fact that this is something that we now have to live with. And I also don't want to stop living my life, and I don't want to live in fear. Because in the beginning of this entire Corona pandemic, I was like that a little bit. And I think a lot of us were, right? Because of fear and the unknown, not knowing what it is. How is it going to affect me? I'm seeing all these people being affected in such horrible ways, concluding in death for a lot of us, for a lot of folks out there, that it's very scary. And, we don't want to put my biggest thing is that, if it gets me, which it did, I will do everything I can in my power to take care of myself, which I have been doing. But I'm afraid for my family, right? For those around me that I love. I don't want to, that's the thing that gets me the most.
Exactly.
Because, I live at home with Grams, and my gosh, the anxiety and the paranoia more than anything I think is worse than the actual virus. Because I have been, here, look, I'm sorry, I totally like hit my entire setup here, guys, but one right here, if they want to sponsor us in this episode, by all means, hey, Lysol, we're down for it. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I am like so losing my head, Lysoling everything and disinfecting everything. You know what I mean? Lysoling, like, if that's even a word, but I guess nowadays
it's a new word.
It's a new word. There's a lot of new things going on, guys. Lysoling is one of them. So that's been my journey. Like, even now, I'm sure you guys can hear me in my voice. I'm still a little congested. I lost my taste and smell. And on my phone, I'll show you guys really quick. I've actually documented, my entire journey. So since first day of symptoms was January 26th, and it's February 10, and I'm still quarantined. So it's you really have to be careful, guys. Like, it is, I think that for me, just in a nutshell, so everybody out there knows how it was for me, I just felt very tired. I had a lot of body aches. The body aches were the worst part for me. A lot of sweats in the beginning, a little bit of sore throat in the beginning as well, then that went away. If I have to describe this virus in a nutshell, it comes with a lot of symptoms and in waves. That's the best way that I can describe it. So it kind of drives you nuts, because you're like, I'll wake up in the morning and I have a headache and body aches, and like 2 hours later I don't know, I'll have something else, like completely different. I'll be congested and I'm coughing.
So that's how it's different than like the regular flu. It's just sort of like all these symptoms.
Yeah, for me at least. Yeah, it's a very crazy ride. And also, I think that the biggest part that impacted me the most was when I lost my taste and smell, because it was just like suddenly I'm like, okay, now it kind of hits you like, oh, I do have the Rona. We're slow dancing right now, it's that kind of thing. It kind of hits you. So, but yeah, nothing to be afraid of. Unfortunately, like any other pandemic or any other disease out there, it has affected a lot of us in negative ways. It has killed a lot of us, unfortunately, and it's so sad. That's the part that scares me the most. A lot of people have ended up in the hospital, but the most important tip that I can give our listeners and people out there is to, if you do get infected, to not enter it with fear. Just lots of water, make sure that you have, I've been taking this a lot. It's called Reduxon or Reduxon. And it's like these tablets that have vitamin C and zinc. You can get them on Amazon. So, and a lot of ibuprofen and just, taking it easy. I also purchased one of these, which you guys should get. It's a fingerprint pulse oximeter. Oximeter. Sorry, I said that wrong.
What's that?
Oximeter. So this tracks your oxygen levels in your body, just to make sure that you're breathing okay and that you're doing okay. So that's another thing. Thankfully, I didn't have any trouble breathing. You do kind of find yourself losing your breath a little bit at times, just like from, just really, like if you take a shower or you're doing your laundry, like I'm looking at my dirty laundry, but that's why I'm like, you're doing your laundry. And you feel like out of breath, that's all normal and part of it. But thankfully I didn't really like suffer too much from that, which I know that can be one of the scariest things of the virus. So it's,
you had also been hardcore working out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say that one more time.
Hit you, right? You were really working out, and sorry, I keep getting calls while we're recording here.
It's okay.
So you were really working out hardcore and eating healthy and everything up to it. So thankfully you were in a healthy place when it kind of hit you.
Yeah, I was, thank goodness. And I'll tell you, like, I think that the hardest part of this all, now in retrospect that I'm starting to get better and I'm near the end, is, trying to get back into the rhythm of things. because you just feel so exhausted after all of it. You're just like I said, it's a battle. You know, at the end of a battle, you're worn out. So I'm just
Yeah.
really focusing on trying to get back into the rhythm of things slowly, day by day. I'm working from home, so that's good. But I want to get back into my workout routines soon. And again, it's like starting over because I can't expect to jump back at the level that I was before all of this. So day by day.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank God you're doing well and you're on the mend. Like you're on
Thank
the
you.
down
Yeah.
part of the hill, right? Of the
Yeah.
journey.
Thank goodness. Thank you, Rach. Yeah. Um, yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. So we just got to keep on trucking, keep on swimming, just like Dory.
And you were saying like you have to get tested to see when you no longer have the antibodies in your system. I
Yes.
didn't realize that part.
Yeah.
Can
So
you tell us a little bit about that?
yeah, for sure. So I tested a couple of times before I tested positive. I tested negative. I tested like 3 times before I finally tested positive, which makes sense because I feel like I was testing a little early. Because I had come in contact with someone who was already infected. That's how I got it. And the thing is that when I tested positive, it made sense because I already had like legit symptoms. Like I was having body aches, I was having sweats, and I was like, this feels like it could either be corona virus or just the regular flu. So I had to test for both. So finally, it came back positive, and I want to just let you guys know there's 2 types of tests. There's the rapid PCR test, and there's the PCR test, which is through the nose. And again, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but from what I've read and I have been recommended by medical advisors, is that always when you are testing, like because you've come in contact with someone, after if you've done the PCR rapid, which might be oral or the prick of the finger via blood, always follow up with a PCR in the nose because that can sometimes or most of the times be a little bit more accurate. So I did that, and that's when it came back positive. So in my experience, particularly, I had tested before negative orally and through the prick, negative. And then when I did the PCR in the nose, that I was already feeling like a little bit worse than I had previously, then it came back positive. So then shortly after that, like literally the next day, symptoms started getting a little bit, stronger. Like I already knew that I was legit infected. And a few days after that, I lost my taste and smell. So that was kind of like that confirmation, like, oh, I definitely got it. Um, and and then, just since then, I've just been here quarantining, making sure that I'm disinfecting everything. Um, and about 2 weeks into it is when I started to feel a little bit better. So I've started feeling better, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start testing to see if I'm already negative. Since I started testing probably like about a week and a half ago with the first test. It's still positive. I tested this past weekend again, still positive. So I'm going to test a little bit later this week, and it's already today's February 10th, for just so that we can get a reference of where we're at. This Friday, I will probably test again this Friday, and we'll see where we're at. But again, it's a case by case scenario. Everyone's different, like my good friend has had the virus, has been negative since 2 months, and she still hasn't gotten her taste and smell back. Another friend of mine took 45 days to get his taste and smell back. My front neighbor had it months ago, and she was told that antibodies usually last in your body just like 2 to 3 months. She's had it for like 8 months or something like that. Or wait, I think I said that wrong. Something like that. Don't quote me on that. Listen, audience, don't quote me on any of this. Rachel knows that I am the worst with remembering things. Lord have mercy. That final part about my front neighbor, I don't remember. Okay, just scratch that, guys. Scratch it. But listen, drink lots of water if you get it. Take your vitamins, vitamin C and zinc. Um, I took Tylenol in the beginning, thinking that was the best bet. It didn't do anything for me. Thankfully, I didn't get any fevers or nothing like that. So I switched to ibuprofen because that was helping me a lot more with my body aches because I had a lot of that. So then I switched to ibuprofen, and that's what seemed to help me get through it best. So again, just make sure you have medicine at home just in case. Theraflu is great because it helps you sleep at night, like the tea one. I have them around here too. They're somewhere. But yeah. So just stay healthy, guys. And when you're out there, out and about, make sure that you're putting on those masks, not just for your sake, but for others, because you just don't know. I read an article today that the CDC was saying that they're like thumbs up for double masking if you need to. So do what you got to do.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm so thankful, grateful that you're doing well, getting better,
Thanks, Rach.
feeling. Yeah. I mean, I hope that brings some hope to people. And now the vaccines are being distributed slowly but surely. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So, with time, the vaccine statistics and just like the general idea around the vaccine. I know some people are scared because it's fairly new and it was, released so quickly, but with time, and it's getting better and better and better, and people are getting it, and they seem to be great. So it's a good thing. We're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's such a weird time all around. I feel like with isolating from other people, it's been stressful. Like, I'm an introvert, so I thought, well, this is just gonna be a natural extension of what I've already been doing. But it is heavy. There is a heavy feeling in the air, and we're finding other ways to connect. Like, I was just telling you last night, and I want to tell the viewers, like, dreams have been vivid. I've been visiting people in dreams as a replacement. And I know you've been having vivid dreams too, but I mean, last night I had this, or no, it was 2 nights ago, I had this crazy dream that I was living in New York City post-pandemic, and you were coming to visit me in a Scooby-Doo van, and you were driving. And I was like so excited to see you. And I was leaving a meeting where we were like this underground group that just dissected Beatles songs and talked about what they were secretly talking about. It was very strange.
Are you sure that wasn't me? Are you sure that was a dream?
That does sound like me, doesn't it?
That sounds like it really happened. Like me in a Scooby-Doo van.
I know. And like, was this a memory?
I think that's just something that it's possible that I forgot about it, because I forget everything. But maybe it's just one of those deep, deep thoughts, and you brought it back to the forefront.
Yeah. And now that I'm remembering, we were meeting at the aquarium. I don't know what aquarium, but we were right in front of the seals or something. I don't know, or the sea lions. And we were talking about the Beatles. So,
well, listen, I love the Beatles, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that dream. Now,
for some reason, we were mad at the Beatles. I don't know why, but like, I don't know. Someone at the group was saying this is not a good way of thinking or something. I don't know. So it was very weird. But then you were saying you had a weird dream.
Well,
same
listen,
night.
Your dream was much better than mine, because I was like fighting the brink of human extinction. Aliens were coming down, things were blowing up. What is going on with me and all these wars?
You're like having apocalyptic dreams, and I'm like attending meetings for the Beatles.
You're over here thinking about Scooby-Doo and his van. Please. I'll trade you. I'll trade you.
You want to trade?
I don't get it.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Wait, tell me more. What were you seeing? Were you like a warrior in this dream?
Oh, I was like Laura, what's her name? Tomb Raider? Like, I was like legit like strapped on, like fighting the fight. Like, they were not gonna get me. I was like, this is my turf. You are coming at me. I just remember vivid colors, like a lot of like, like mud browns, like earth tones, like a lot of like that dust and the fog, and just me coming through. Like this was legit. Like I was exhausted when I woke up. I was like, man, oh man.
Fighting a fight in your sleep.
I don't even know if I won, but still, it was worth it.
Yeah. Did you happen to see your Scooby-Doo van in that dream, or no? That's different. That was a different life. You didn't have the van? Okay.
No, that van would have came in handy though. Escape car.
Yeah, right? Well, yeah, life is so strange.
Guys, I'm just
And
telling
dreams
you,
are
like,
vivid.
there's so much going on right now. I mean, I feel right now, maybe you can tap into this a little bit more for our audience and maybe for us, but I feel like right now, I just feel, me personally, and it could also be the fact that I have coronavirus, but I feel exhausted and my dreams are at another level. Like if I'm taking in a lot right now.
Yeah, well, I really do think that when we have less connection and togetherness in person, our other senses get activated. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
become stronger. We're feeling for connection in other ways, maybe even telepathically. I mean, we were visiting each other in my dreams. That was so vivid, I swear.
Wow.
And then waking up and not being rested, that's a sure sign that you've been, out of body and sort of traveling around doing your thing in your Scooby-Doo van, at night. And didn't really rest, I've also been feeling like I don't feel rested. I'll sleep 9 hours and I'll be like, I don't feel rested. But I think that's more like I need to feel inspired, like that tomorrow is going to be a better day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And also like just trying to signal to my body, we will move. We're going to exercise. There's still need to have some vitality. Eventually we're going to need these muscles.
That could be my thing actually, because since I haven't been as active as I'm used to, like that could be another thing. That's why I'm feeling so lethargic and I'm like, oh. So slowly but surely we'll get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have
things
to.
I feel like things are shifting. So I'm looking
I
forward
feel like
to
that too.
the other side. Yeah, the other side of this.
It's going to be, I have a really strong feeling that the other side is not the war scene that I was dreaming about the other night. The complete opposite. It's going to be a good one, guys.
Yeah, you fought that battle already. Let's not bring that in.
It's actually going to be, just to paint that picture, the ending scene of Roger Rabbit when they break through the brick wall. Think about it. Do you remember?
I don't think I remember that scene. No.
You're going to look it up after this podcast episode. And everyone else that's listening, they're going to be like, I think I remember. But you all are going to go search for that on YouTube. You're welcome.
The ending scene of the Roger Rabbit movie?
Yeah, I just gave you a glimpse into your future. You're welcome, guys.
I always did sort of resonate with Jessica Rabbit just because she was a redhead. I mean, not entirely.
But... Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Maybe not entirely in every way, but yeah.
She's a badass. So do resonate entirely in every way.
Okay. Okay. I actually have a little shot glass. Not that I drink, but it was her. And anything with the redhead, it's like, because sometimes it can be rare to see a redhead represented. So
you just gave me an idea. Maybe we should, like, for future episodes, start our episode with a shot.
They might get crazy.
They or us. They're just listening.
No, I mean, the episodes themselves might get a little crazy.
That's good. The people like crazy. The people like the crazy.
Now, what vibe are you feeling? Because a vodka episode is going to be much different than a tequila episode, right?
Oh, I don't know, girl. I'm over here trying to cause havoc, but I don't know if I can handle all those shots. How about a glass of wine?
I definitely can't. Oh my God, wine, I'll be beet red.
We got to do one episode.
Wine turns my face so red.
We have to do one episode
just so. Today. we'll try it. But I was at the gym today and I feel like people think there's something wrong with me, but I'm just a redhead, right? And people aren't used to the exposure, I guess. But if I would do my cardio, my face turns bright red and I just have to get used to it. That's how it looks, right? And
Yeah.
then people were kind of like double taken because they've never seen someone so red and flushed and just red all over. You know what I mean? It's kind of embarrassing, but that's what happens to redheads when they're working out. Like, I don't know if anyone knew that. It's a little
Well,
fun
listen,
fact.
that's a fun fact. And then, who doesn't want to be a redhead? So whenever they just look at you, you just be like, jealous. I know you're jealous.
Why are you staring?
No, you just be like, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Not everybody can pull off this color.
Yeah. And go in and ask if they have makeup. Do you have base in this color? Because
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
I remember in high school we had to run the mile, right?
Mhm.
I think everyone has to run a mile in high school at some point. And my face was so flushed, and it takes like an hour for it to kind of calm down.
Yeah.
And so in school, I was so embarrassed because everyone was staring at me
Oh,
that.
Rach.
And my face was so red. People were like, "Oh my God, did you get sunburnt?" And I was like, "No, this is how it looks when I."
But I would have been like,
work
hello,
out."
we were just outside under the sun running miles. What do you expect
My
me to
skin
look
is
like? I just
see-through.
woke up.
My skin is see-through.
See through.
Yeah, so that was embarrassing.
Problems,
So you see all the
problems of
blood rushing
a
in my
redhead.
face. Yeah, you
Redhead
don't think about
problems.
these things. Redhead problems. Yeah.
I love it. We should do an episode about redhead problems because there's lots I don't know. There's lots I don't know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that want to know more.
There's lots I could share.
You can tell the gentlemen, you can tell all the gentlemen and ladies out there that might want to date a redhead, hey,
Look out for this.
these are some tips. Just saying, that's a good episode. Rage.
Yeah, that's our next episode.
This is a good
I'm sure
one.
most people are avoiding redheads. I'm sure that's like in our DNA somewhere.
Hello, no. We are doing this next episode, and I'm just gonna have a list of all the fine, sexy redheads on both the male and female side, and present them to the world.
I was in a musical called Red the Musical, written and starring Katie Thompson, and it's all about how redheads are dying out, and it was like the secret society, much like the Beatles' secret society, of like, we have to mate, we have to keep the red hairs alive. You know what I mean? So it's so funny. So people should check out Red the Musical. It's like r.r.r.e.d. The musical.
Oh yeah, I know
So
that
much
musical.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny now that you spelled it out. Like I remembered like the actual logo,
The real
branding of
redheaded revolutionary evolutionary defiance. That's what it stands
Wow.
for.
You just slapped me in the face with that, and it was awesome.
It was great. It's such a good musical. I mean, Katie Thompson's such a great composer, lyricist, and singer and actress. So yeah, I was just thinking about that today. I actually I was an understudy and I did the lights and I did the stage management for like the first time she ran it in New York City.
Oh my God, how awesome.
My performance is on YouTube too for that. It was so much fun.
Oh, we gotta link it down below so everybody can see it.
Yeah, it was called I Can Be Bought.
Rach, this is a whole side of you that we were yearning for.
Yeah, you don't often see that side of me.
You better link it. We are linking this, guys. It's going to be down below so you guys can check out Rach and her saucy performance.
Yeah, because you know what I was thinking? Like now that I have this full-time job and I'm also trying to do my healing work and I'm always studying something. Mm-hmm. I told someone at work the other day, I'm a former singer, and it kind of I broke my own heart a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that you are a former singer. You're always a singer. It's just that right now you're on a little hiatus. That's all.
True.
Because you can sing on demand, whenever, wherever.
I don't know about that.
Yes, you can. I know you can. Don't be acting like you can't reach.
Well, I also signed up for this vocal class I was so excited about, and I did maybe just a handful of lessons because I just felt like I didn't have the space and sort of privacy to attempt to stretch my voice. And you know how it creaks and cracks and you're really stretching out the outer limits?
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like I had the space to do that right now. And that feels very frustrating sometimes, But we're all kind of living at home right now, not going anywhere, all on top of each other.
I know.
And so it just never feels like the right time. Is that how you're feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When it comes to singing, I feel like I need to get back into those vocal exercises and into the rhythm of doing it like all the time, because when I try to sing, I mean, I can still sing, but this is something that you just know internally. You you just feel that you're like out of shape. Just like when you go to the gym. You feel that you're out
Absolutely.
of shape, and it feels the same
Mhm.
way vocally. So I just feel like I got to get back into the rhythm of those exercises so that I can be back at my A game. But
Absolutely.
so much going on, that
That's
it's like,
something to look forward to, I think.
yeah,
Like
I'm
after this
excited
kind of
about that.
passes. Yeah.
Well, listen, next episode we're going to talk about the secret life of redheads. So we'll talk about that and a lot of other things, of course. But I hope that you had fun catching up today with our peeps in the YouTube and podcast world. So I promise
Yeah.
that we
Thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah, and we're not, like I said at the beginning, it happens. This is the reality. Sorry that we've been gone for so long, but we are back and we're going to make this happen together.
Yeah. And maybe if it's just this style where we're just catching up and talking about things, it
Hey,
won't be
that
so much
works.
pressure to prepare.
Hey, you know what? Next episode, we're going to talk about a couple of things because we got to talk about Secret Life of Redheads. And I also want to dab into the world of Clubhouse, the new social media platform.
And I know, and they're working on getting that on Android, right? Because I'm an
Yes.
Android nerd, and everyone on iPhone rubs it in my face that I'd love it, and I can't get it yet.
I wish that you were on
Jealous.
there already. I actually have a session tonight at 9 p.m. I'm moderating a room, so
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that platform is so much fun, and it's an amazing way to be able to connect with so many people. So we'll talk more about that next episode. Coming soon, everybody.
Awesome.
All right,
Well,
Rach.
thanks for catching up with me. And
course,
so glad
always.
you're on the mend.
Thank you so much. Listen, everyone, stay strong, stay safe, stay healthy. Don't be afraid of nothing, including the Rona. Okay. Love you guys. Bye, Rach.
We love you. Bye.